Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and I am too.
THU. TheHomoUniversity.
Hey everybody, so I know you're probably thinking like, who is this fierce ass black kid on this channel? I mean, it's not C-Maddox, so who is it? Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm AT Fierce here on YouTube. C-Maddox actually asked me to fill in today because Eric is on academic probation. It seems he was caught in the halls of TheHomoUniversity in a little bit of a touchy situation. But yeah, that's what you get when you decide to do your dirty work outside in the hallways. I mean, haven't you ever heard of the janitor's closet? So this week on TheHomoUniversity is Poetry Week. I wanted to do a poem that I written like years ago, like when I was like emotionally depressed and everything and all that, but now I'm fierce and fabulous, so yeah. But I'm not home, I go to school in New York City. So since I couldn't do one of those poems, which really probably would have helped because I really like those poems, I decided to make one and I just came up with one really quickly. Now, back in the day when I was younger, I used to do a lot of verse poems, the rhyming poems, but now, when I got older, I just started doing all prose. So this poem doesn't rhyme, but I think you'll like it. The poem is entitled Winter White. Coming home to emptiness, emotion so cold. Unable to feel in reality, numb to all existence. Walls melt before me, sounds disappear. Dipping into an abyss, lost in consciousness. Thoughts run rampant, vengeful and angry, spiraling deeper, surrounded by unwanted imagery. Thoughts scatter reality, leaving traces of bitter desires. Bitter wishes bring bitter emotions, emotions unwelcomed, but emotions well known. Awaken a fright to the land of lost. Chilly season every way I turn. Season is devoid of all, but season I love. Only because it's the only one I see. Through the bare land covered in season white, a figure walks forward and I recognize it. It's the only thing I ever wanted, but I've yet to have. The face is more discernible. The eyes gleam intensely, reflecting light off the season white. The smile reminds me of the snow, and the stature reminds me of the bare trees. This person of the earth, ever dominant, ever giving. His warmth melts the snow around us, but his kisses are like snowflakes, his touch like the dewy evergreen. I breathe his earthly scent and fall even deeper, wet with desire and winter white. A look into his eyes gives me pleasure, but a sudden blizzard whisks his image away. I return to reality-loving winter. Forevermore I shall be cold. His kisses are like snowflakes, kisses that weren't felt before. I return to reality-loving winter, for the reasons that my desires lie there. Winter white is my passion, my innocence, and where my thoughts lie. Reality is a pure and barren land from which my desires grow. The innocence is his enemy, yet keep me warm in winter snow. So I hope you guys really like that poem. It was just something impromptu that I had to write because it's Poetry Week and I didn't want to leave you guys without a poem. Mine is kind of, you know, deep or whatever, and I'm going to leave it for your own interpretation. And because this is TheHomoUniversity, I need you guys to write me analysis of Winter White down below in the comment section below. Only because I really want to know what you guys think Winter White was about. So Claudio, your poem, actually is like some of my poetry from the dark ages is what I like to call them, which was from 7th to 10th grade. I used to write poems about in the dark, literally 5 o'clock in the morning in the dark, writing just in the dark. And I would come up with poems about rape, not actual physical rape, but emotional rape, binding, suicide. My poems were crazy. I was cleaning my room a couple months ago and I read my poem. I was like, oh my god, I found my poem, and I read it out loud to my mom and I started laughing. And she's just sitting there oh my god, what were you going through? You were crazy. I'm scared. Don't worry, Mom. I'm no longer like that. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to mention Forrest because I probably think I should because he was last Friday, but I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna mention you. Hey, Forrest, I love your piercings. When Claudio chose you to be in TheHomoUniversity, I was like, oh my god, he's so cool. I want to be his friend. Can we be friends? No, literally. Can we? And Maddie, your poem really reminded me of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe, just because it was, I don't know, the way it was rhyming, the length of it, the story it told, and Those big words at the end kind of confused me too. I almost wanted to use the dictionary to know what you were talking about, but I didn't know how to spell those big words, so I couldn't go find them. And Alex, all I have to say, you're pretty naughty. It was kind of naughty. Naughty boy, and you did it shirtless. Naughty, naughty, naughty. I think you're gonna have to go on academic probation too. So I hope you guys like my poem, and especially I hope Eric enjoyed me filling in for him, and I hope I did a good job for standing in for him. I hope you guys like this Thursday. And if you want to see more of me, of course, go to youtube.com/atfierce, or you can click any links below, atfierce.com. Follow me on Twitter at atfierce. I have fun meeting you, and if you subscribe, you'll become honorary Fierces. Thanks everyone. Stay sweet. Fierce in love.